Verona, for a while I take my leave, to see my friends of Padua. But of all, my best, beloved, and approved friend Hortensio. And I trow, this is his house. Sir Grumio, knock, I say.
Knock, sir. Whom should I knock? Is there a man hath rebuked your worship?
Villain, I say, knock me here soundly.
Knock you here, sir? What am I, sir, that I should knock you here, sir?
Villain, I say, knock me here on this gate, and rap me well, or I'll knock thee in thy knave's face.
My master is grown quarrelsome. I should knock you here first, and then after know who comes by the worst.
Will it be? Faith, sirrah. Shall you not knock? I'll ring it, and you can sol, fa, and sing it.
Help, masters, help! My master is mad.
Now, you'll knock when I bid you, sirrah villain.
How now, what's the matter? My old friend Grumio, my good friend Petruchio, how do you all in Verona?
Ah, good Hortensio, come you to part the fray?
Right, Grumio, right. We shall compound this quarrel.
Nay, 'tis not matter what he alleges in Latin. If this be not a lawful cause for me to leave his service, look you, sir. He bid me knock him and rap him soundly, sir. Well, was it fit for a servant to use his master so, being perhaps, for aught I see, 32 a pip out, whom would to God I had well knocked at first, then had not Grumio come by the worst.
A senseless villain, good Hortensio, I bade this rascal knock on your door, and could not get him for my heart to do it.
Knocked at the door? Oh, heavens! Spake you not those words plain? Sirrah, knock me here, rap me here, knock me well, and knock me soundly, and come you now, knocking at the gate?
Sirrah, be gone, or talk not, I advise you.
Petruchio, patience. I am Grumio's pledge. Why, this a heavy chance twixt him and you. Your ancient, trusty, pleasant servant Grumio. Now tell me, sweet friend, what happy gale brought you to Padua?
Such winds scatter men throughout the globe, and to seek their fortunes farther from home, where small experience grows. But in a few, Signor Hortensio, thus it stands with me. Antonio, my father, is deceased, and I have thrust it into this maze, happily to wive and thrive as best as I may. Crowns in my purse, and I have goods at my home, and so am come abroad to see the world.
Shall I then come roundly to thee, and wish thee a shrewd, ill-favoured wife? Thou thank me but a little for my counsel, and yet I'll promise that she is rich, and very rich. But thou art too much my friend, and I cannot wish thee to her.
Good Hortensio, twixt such friends as we, if thou know one rich enough to be Petruchio's wife, but still as cruel as Florententius's love, as old as Sybil, and as shrewd and cursed as Socrates' Xanthippe, she moves me not, or not removes at least, affection's edge on me, were she as rough. As swelling Adriatic seas, I come to wive it happily in Padua. If wealthily, then happily in Padua.
In this scene, Shakespeare introduces Petruchio's character, and Petruchio is shown as being very educated, as seen through his references to Greek mythology, and this is seen through the quote, "But she as foul as was Florentius' love, as old as Sybil, and as cursed and shrewd as Socrates' Xanthippe, or worse." And along with being shown as being very educated, Petruchio's abuse towards Grumio also shows his overbearing personality, and how he's quick to becoming angry. However, at the same time, he also shifts very quickly and appears friendly when he greets Hortensio at his door. And also, Petruchio is shown to care very much about money, and this is seen through the quote, "If I come to wive it wealthily in Padua, if wealthily, then happily in Padua." And through this dialogue, it shows Petruchio's real interest in marrying Kate, and how he only views her as economical gain rather than for his own personal happiness.
Because in those times, marriage wasn't always about love. There was lots of arranged marriages in politics, royalty, aristocracy, and in this case, both of the families are rich, Petruchio's and Kate's, and Petruchio just got his inheritance from his father, and he's looking to increase it. And from the quote, he says, "Happily to wive and thrive as best I may, crowns in my purse I have, and goods at my home." So, in this quote, he says, or he sees wiving, or looking for a wife, as a game, like a hunt, and Kate is the most difficult game he can find, like the biggest target. So he sees her as the biggest challenge, and that's based on how everyone else describes her. So.
Throughout this act, and this scene, Shakespeare uses the discussion and dialogue to build Kate's character without her actually being in the scene, because until Act 2, her character and personality is mainly built off the opinions of others rather than her actual dialogue. And going off of the idea about how there was a lot of arranged marriages because of political and economic gain, Kate has this very strong and powerful personality and she doesn't want people just to marry her for her money. She wants them, to marry her because she actually feels like it's a good relationship. But this counters Petruchio's more harsh and self-centered personality, and this could actually end up being sort of like a negative and a negative make a positive. And this also goes with the idea about the social commentary portrayed by Shakespeare in his writing. This idea of gender roles, about how in those times the wife was supposed to serve her husband, is shown in the dialogue and opinions held by Petruchio, because he only wants to marry Kate so he can have economic gain. And as a result of that, there's bound to be some conflict between the two characters, and that helps set up, their personalities towards the beginning of the play, and it allows Shakespeare to kind of use through his craft and dialogue to change their personalities. The end of the play ultimately leading to when Kate is supposedly tamed by the rest of the other characters.